I've come to Belfast Chapel to do a few more readings, but wonderfully it's a little bit busier. People like to come into this place just because it's very peaceful. But we'll see how we go. If not, I'll try and pause it. This is anyway for Wednesday in Holy Week of the 16th of April, written by Stephen Cottrell, who was the Bishop of Chelmsford at the time this book was published. It's entitled The Seamless Robe. He carried a seamless robe. It was a thing of delicate beauty and of great craftsmanship, robust and at the same time light, woven in one piece from top to bottom, like the robe of a high priest would wear as he went about his duties. Like everything else, it would be taken from him. Freshly made, it billowed from the loom, and as it was released, completed. The freshness and the newness of it made you want to bury yourself in its folds, or else just put it on. The fingers that spun it, the hands that made it, held together in satisfaction of a job well done. For things crafted have lasted value, but one that is easily squandered. Mass production leaves little space for a tiny detail that makes this thing and that thing. Or is it plain compromised by cheap labour and a lust to own everything? Laundered and hung, out to dry and drifted in the breeze like a flag. But there was no breeze that day. The air seemed to hang in the sky like a great leaden weight, like the yellowing clouds of smog that stain our cities. Somewhere a fire was crackling, dogs barked, children cried out in fear and stared in bemused amazement. His sweat and blood stained the cloth, it clung to him. Where he'd been lashed, the fibres of the material stuck to his congealed wounds. Around the hem, where the stitching was plain to see, the material was starting to fray. Something was unravelling, becoming undone. And on another day, in another crowd, one would reach out to touch this hem, not to admire its beauty or measure the quality of the cloth, but to come as close as one could to touching the man, to feel his pulse and know the energy of his life. And even in a crowd with hundreds jostling around him, clamouring for attention, he would cry out, "Who touched me?" as if there was something obvious. But he could tell, he could be pressed in every side, yet still discern each touch. You see, there are no crowds for him, only people, each one a thing of beauty, each one delicately and unrepeatably distinct. He sees each face, knows each name, feels each touch, and knows its meaning. What do you want me to do for you? From St. Matthew's Gospel, chapter 9, if I only touch his cloak, I will be made well. From St. John's Gospel, chapter 19, they also took his tunic. And a prayer. Today, Lord, I come to you like that sick woman who touched the hem of your garment. I draw near to you, knowing that you draw near to me with your precious gift of healing and forgiveness. Fill me with the energy and power of your Spirit. Make me whole, that I may serve you to the end, my Master and my friend. Amen.